Yes. It's your boy Manny dropping another video. This time I'm gonna cover the Premier League Week 22 that's gonna take place this weekend, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. 10 games as usual, as always. So yeah, now we're moving on to week 22. Games are keep coming up thick and fast. The Champions League prediction will come out soon as well, and also another Premier League and other things. So yeah, a lot of things gonna come out soon as possible. So before we get into week 22, let's get to week 21. The Thursday match just finished. Got 9 out of 10 right. Yes, 9 out of 10. Just one from perfect because of Everton Aston Villa. Unfortunately, didn't go over 2.5 goals. I thought David Moyes, with a new manager comes in, Everton might be re-energetic, but same old Everton can't score goals. Bad start for Moyes and everything, so was fell. But the three best bets did went through on Tuesday even before halfway of the games even started. So yeah, the three best bets went through and was successful 3 out of 3. So live with something, I guess. But anyway, that's week 21. So let's go to week 22 and let's hope it be a perfect week. So let's hopefully have a 10 out of 10. So first, we're going to start St. James's Park, which will take place on Saturday morning. Newcastle will host Bournemouth. Newcastle coming off from a win against Wolves. They won 3-0. Bournemouth are coming off a 2-2 draw against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. Bournemouth should have won, but they considered a late free kick. So fourth versus eighth. Let's get into it. So these are my key points. Newcastle on a 6 game winning streak. So Newcastle has been on fire. They have been on form. They have Isak that's been scoring a lot of goals in the past few weeks. And I don't think it's going to stop anytime soon. Then you got Anthony Gordon, who's been, good supporter on the midfield, the defenders. Everything is spot on about Newcastle. So they are a huge threat. And now they've got themselves in the top four. Bournemouth are unbeaten in the last 5 away games. I said it before and I say it again. Bournemouth are a better away team than they are at home. They're more of a threat away than they are at home. They're currently unbeaten in the last 5 away games. So they are a very tough cookie, and I feel they might have a say on this. Look out for Newcastle. They are closing in. So Newcastle are now currently fourth. They have 38 points. They're just 3 points below Nottingham Forest, and Newcastle are playing first before other matches. So if Newcastle win on Saturday, they'll be third because they have better goal difference than Nottingham Forest until Nottingham Forest play their game in Sunday. So look out for Newcastle because they are kind of creeping in slowly. So my prediction for this match would be over 2.5 goals. I feel there'll be a good amount of goals in this match. Both teams are currently on form, especially Newcastle. So Newcastle have been destroying teams lately, so I feel they will score goals as well. Bournemouth we might have say in this one. I'll say 3-1 to the home side. Newcastle are the favourites, and I feel they get the 3 points and they will get third place at Saturday. So the next match on Saturday will be at Brentford. Brentford versus Liverpool. Both teams are coming off from a draw in the last match. Brentford drew against Man City 2-2. Liverpool coming off from a draw against Nottingham Forest 1-1. So 11 versus first. Let's get into it. Liverpool have dropped the points in the last 2 games. So Liverpool has dropped 2 points, 4 points in the last 2 games. They drew against United at Anfield. Now they have drawn against Nottingham Forest away from home. So they have dropped 2 points now, and then teams below them like Arsenal and Nottingham Forest are now coming closer now, Arsenal especially. So yeah, this is not being good at the moment for Liverpool. One win in 5 games for Brentford. So within that period, Brentford destroyed Southampton 5-0. During that period, Brentford got 2 draws, 2 losses. So it's one win in 5 games for Brentford. So they need to start winning matches to get themselves at the top half of the table. A must win for Liverpool. So Liverpool, as I mentioned earlier, have dropped it 4 points in 2 games. This has not been good for Liverpool because now teams like Arsenal, who won their match, the last match, they're 4 points below Liverpool. Nottingham Forest are now 6 points, and then you got Newcastle who are going to play on Saturday morning. They will have a say in this as well. So this is a must win for Liverpool, and they need to start extending the gap further. Yes, they have a game in hand, but then again, if they start dropping points and other teams start coming up, and then or suddenly what now? So my prediction for this match would be both teams to score. I say Liverpool in the past few games has been defensively, especially has been shaky. Brentford, they have a good home record. I know they lost their weight a bit, but they will score a goal, and I do see Liverpool scoring a goal. I'll say 2-1 to Liverpool. I think Liverpool might steal this one. I could be wrong, but I feel Liverpool might get the
So our
3 points
next
on
match
this
on
one.
Saturday will be at Leicester. Leicester versus Fulham. Both teams are coming off from a loss. Leicester coming off from a loss against to Crystal Palace. Fulham are coming off from a loss to their East London neighbours, West Ham. So this is a must win for both sides. Heading to this match. So let's get into it. So these are the key points. Leicester keeps on losing, so it's just been bad towards every single week for Leicester and Woodford Nistelrooy. Yeah, they just keep on losing and they just have no answers at all. I did predict them they're gonna get relegated, and it looks like that it's gonna happen if they continue losing. Fulham keeps on dropping points. So within the period, the last few weeks, the only win they got, Fulham win they got, it was against Chelsea 2-1. But since then, they have most draws, dropping 2 points. But the last match against West Ham, the loss, I think it was the first loss in the weeks now. Most of them has been draws, so there's been keeping dropping points. So it's been 5-2 for them. So yeah, they need to step up a bit now. Fulham on a 3 games winning streak against Leicester. So the last time Leicester won against Fulham was back in 2021. Leicester beat Fulham 2-0, but since then it's just been Fulham home and away and etc. etc. So they're calling on a 3 games winning streak. Can they extend that to 4? We see. So my prediction for this match would be Fulham double chance. I do favor Fulham in this match. They are a better team, they're a better squad. However, I'm not fully 100% yet because they are fond of dropping points. So they're more likely to draw. But then against Leicester, I do see Fulham being Leicester. Leicester's a really bad Leicester squad. I feel Wood van Nistelrooy is not the right manager for Leicester. Unfortunately, I'm sorry. I know it's too early, but I'm just seeing the cracks. I'm not seeing any improvement. And I feel Fulham might get
Yes,
3 points on
so our
this one.
next Saturday match will be at London Stadium, West Ham. This will be another London derby, East versus South. West Ham were coming off from a win against Fulham. The West London neighbours coming off versus Crystal Palace, who coming off from a win against Leicester City. 13th, 15th, 15th. No, London derby, East versus South. Let's get into it. So these are the key points. A good start for Potter. So yeah, Potter took charge of for West Ham on against Aston Villa in FA Cup, which was a bad start. However, in the Premier League, got off a good start against Fulham, the West London neighbours. So it was a close. It wasn't close, but it was getting close a bit. So they won 3-2. So it was a good start. So can they continue the winning streak? We see. 3 wins in the last 5 away games for Palace. So Palace are proving me right every single time. They're becoming a dangerous threat away from home, and they have got the wins in the last 5 away games. So they are a deadly threat away from home, and I feel they might have a say in this match. 2 points separate the two clubs. So West Ham currently have 26 points, while Crystal Palace have 24 points. So just 2 points separate the two is a must win for both sides. So we see who's gonna come out victorious. So my prediction for this match would be over 2.5 goals and both teams to score. West Ham, their new team now, and I feel they will score goals in at home. Palace, on the other hand, they're a better away team, so they will have a say, and they have scored goals in the last few weeks away from home, and I feel that will continue. And I say 2-2. It's be a little bit closer than the West Ham Fulham match, and I feel it might be a draw. I could see either one side still in it. I don't know who, but in my estimation, I feel it's going to be
So
a
the
draw in
last
this one.
match on Saturday will be at the Emirates. Arsenal will host Aston Villa. Both teams are coming off from win. Aston Villa coming off from a win against Everton, the 1-1-0. Arsenal coming off from a huge win in North London derby against the North London rivals Tottenham. They won 2-1, second versus seventh. This will be an interesting match. Let's get into it. So these are the key points. Arsenal are now 4 points below Liverpool. So that was an important win for Arsenal because Liverpool dropped points the day before. So they're now 4 points below them. Can they close it by one? That's if Liverpool drop points. We see Aston Villa first away win in weeks. So as you know, before they face Everton away from home, Aston Villa were losing like no man's business. So they were on a 5 games losing streak away from home. So that was the first win on Wednesday against Everton. So for them to get their first away win in weeks has been a miracle for them because they need to start improving their way side of things. And Emery, the boogeyman, strike again. So if you can remember last season, Aston Villa went to Emirates, beat us 2-0, and then next thing you know, Man City won the Premier League. So Emery is becoming like a boogeyman for Arsenal because ever since he left Arsenal in a bad taste, he just wanted to destroy us and every get revenge. Yes, we did beat Aston Villa at Villa Park earlier in the season 2-0. But then again, Emre with his tactics, everything he wants to prove a point once again. So can he strike again? We see. So my prediction for this match will be over 1.5 goals. I'm still worried about Arsenal attacking wise, to be honest. I know they will score goals, but can they really score goals? So without set pieces, yes and no. So I'm a little bit worried. So there will be goals, but there won't be a lot of goals. I say 2-1 Arsenal. I say Arsenal will get the 3 points. I'm not being biased. I'll just be honest. I feel Arsenal will continue this winning streak. Aston Villa will be the tough test, and I feel I won't be surprised if they get a draw. However, I feel Arsenal might just
Now the
steal this
Saturday
one.
games are done now, so we're moving on to Sunday matches now. First will be at Goodison Park. Everton versus Tottenham. Both teams are coming off a loss. Everton lost against Villa. They lost 1-0. Tottenham coming off from the 2-1 loss against Arsenal in the North London derby. So this is a must win for both sides heading to Sunday. So we'll get into it. So these are the key points. Bad start for Moyes. Yeah, I said this was going to be a questionable move for Everton, and yeah, so far they proved me right. It's a bad start for Moyes. They lost 1-0. This was his first charge at Everton for Everton since 13 years. Yeah, it's not a good start for them. Lost 1-0 to Villa, who, by the way, had a very bad away form, but somehow, some way, Villa got the win. So yeah, Everton needs to fix up now, as it's going to be a very tough challenge for Moyes. Four losses in 5 games for Spurs, so things are just getting worse and worse for Tottenham every day, every week. Four losses in five. The loss against Arsenal 2-1 in the North London derby was very damaging. The way they lost it, they lost it by like conceding 2 goals within 4 minutes, 4 or 6 minutes. So yeah, it's just been a really, really bad few weeks for Tottenham. This fixture at Goodison Park has ended as a draw in the last 5 games. So at Goodison Park, the last 5 games between the two, it has ended in draws. So yeah, so they're calling it a five games winning 5 games streak in terms of draws. Could it be the sixth time? We see. So my prediction for this one would be Tottenham to score a goal and both teams to receive a yellow card. I do see both teams receiving yellow cards. They do have discipline issues. Both defensive side of the balls are very bad. Especially, obviously, Everton are very bad. Tottenham are not even better either, so they're very shaky. And I do see a lot of players, good few amount of players getting yellow cards. However, I do see Tottenham scoring at least a goal. They are a better team than Everton, and they have better attackers than Everton, and I say 2-1 to Tottenham. I hate to say it, but I feel Tottenham and that's a big might get a win in this one. So another match
Possibly.
on Sunday will be at Old Trafford. Manchester United are just coming off from a win against Southampton. They won 3-1. Brighton are coming off from a win against Ipswich. They won 2-0. So 12 versus 9th. Let's get into it. So these are the key points. Where will United be without Dallo? So Dallo saved United once again. So he's got a hat trick against Southampton. Credits to him and the team. So where will United be without him? I don't know because, boy, without Dallo, I don't know where United will be. I think they will be really further down. I think they might be fighting relegation without this guy. So for him to, single-handedly, in my opinion, rescue United from embarrassing defeat to Southampton. So yeah, he's been a star guy since Ruben came in. Ruben put his trust and faith in him, and he's been repaying it back. So yeah, Dalot is becoming a star now. First win for Brighton in weeks. So Brighton has been drawing and dropping points, drawing in most of the games, and also a couple losses. So they beat Ipswich just recently. So that was the first game. That was the first win in weeks, and now they took themselves to ninth. Can they continue in the winning streak? We see. Brighton has won 3 out of the last four games against Manchester United. So Manchester United did beat Brighton, I think it was a couple of years ago. But within that period, Brighton has won 3 out of the last four games. So Brighton do have Manchester United number. Can they continue that one? We see. So my prediction for this match would be over 2.5 goals and both teams to score. Man United are still not trustworthy, regardless if they beat my Southampton. They nearly lost. However, Darlow was there for the rescue, and they're very shaky defensively. And yeah, they're very shaky. Brighton, on the other hand, they have their problems as well, but they're also good in the threat. And I do see like more than 3 goals. Well, actually, I see 2-1 to United. I could see more than that, to be honest, but I do favor the home side. I feel they might continue this winning
So the
streak
next
now going
match
forward.
on Sunday will be at Nottingham. Nottingham Forest will host Southampton. Nottingham Forest are coming off from a draw against Liverpool. They drew 1-1. And Southampton are coming off from a loss against United. They lost 3-1. So they remain dead last. Nottingham Forest are currently third. So let's get into it. So these are the key points. Nottingham Forest are 6 points below Liverpool. So Nottingham Forest currently have 41 points because they got a draw against Liverpool. So they're currently 6 points below Liverpool. If they can beat Southampton, which I think they will, then they will close the gap by 2 points. That's if Liverpool drop points. But none of how they need to, find a way to win. Nothing changed for Southampton. So to be honest, Southampton played okay and they should have scored more goals to kill the game against United, but somehow, some way, typical Southampton, they lost their way. Dalot scored a hat trick, 3-1, game over. Southampton continue losing and they continue being the worst team in the league and they're currently dead last. Can Nottingham close the gap? So as I was mentioning earlier, so if they can beat Southampton, they will close the gap by 2 points potentially. So this is a must win for Nottingham. So my prediction would be Nottingham Forest, no surprising. I feel Nottingham Forest will get a win. Southampton has been, they did pull up a performance against United. However, Southampton being Southampton, they're not really trustworthy. So I'm giving it to Forest. They're on point and they will find a way to win. And I give it 2-0 to Nottingham Forest. So they're not the team that's going to destroy teams. They're just going to find a way to win, and is like helping them in the Premier League this season. So, and I feel
So
it's
the
going to
last
happen
match
on
on
Sunday.
Sunday will be at Ipswich. Ipswich versus Manchester City. Ipswich are coming off from a loss against Brighton. They're currently now in the relegation zone, 18th place. Manchester City drew against Brentford. They drew 2-2. And Manchester City were winning that match, and then also they dropped. They lost 2 goals. So now they're six and they're outside of the top four. So yeah, 18 versus 6. Let's get into it. So these are the key points. Ups and downs for City. At one point, they were on a 2 games winning streak. Now, slowly they're back to dropping points again. We're at the second half of the season. I still expect City to go on a winning form because now they're signing players, young players that are going to be hungry and ready. Well, it's going to take them time to get used to it, but then again, they need someone to boost the team up now because the mower is kind of down right now. Ipswich has lost at home again. So Ipswich were the one against Chelsea at home and a couple of weeks ago. Now suddenly they drew the last round and now they lost to Crystal Palace at home. So now they're back to losing ways, unfortunately. So they need to start winning if they want to get themselves out of the relegation zone. City are 4 points below the top four. So yeah, this is really a bad season, disappointment season for City so far, and they're currently 4 points below the top four. So you got Newcastle, Forwards, Arsenal, Liverpool finding ways to win everything, and City are dropping points. So they need to win if they want to close the gap on the top four. So my prediction will be Manchester City double chance. Manchester City are the favourites, and I feel they'll win. But then again, this is Sunday afternoon, 4:30 kickoff. Anything can happen any given Sunday. Ipswich, they need to win. They need to get points to get themselves relegation zone. So I won't rule them out. So I'm not 100% with City at the moment. And I'll say 2-0. Yes, I do see City winning it, and they are the favourites. However, I'm not fully 100%. So my safe bet would be the
And
double chance for
lastly,
City.
the last match for the Week 22 Premier League will come on Monday Night Football. Stamford Bridge, Chelsea will host Wolverhampton. Chelsea are coming off from a draw against Bournemouth. They drew 2-2. Wolverhampton are coming off from a loss against Newcastle. They lost 3-0 at St. James's Park. So it's 5th versus 17th. Let's get into it. So these are the key points. Chelsea are falling apart. Yeah, so Chelsea are now becoming like chalk artists now. They have 3 draws and 2 losses in the last 5 games. Yeah, they are falling apart and they are now outside of the top four because of it. Yeah, they need to start winning if they want to get themselves back in the top four and potentially the title race. Back-to-back losses for Wolves. So this new manager comes in. They got in the good start, 2 wins and a draw. Next thing you know, 1 loss and now two losses now back-to-back losses for Wolves, and now they're still outside of the they're still outside of the relegation, but they're still within the relegation zone, so fighting relegation. So this is going to be a very long season for Wolves. This fixture has produced many goals in the previous season, so there has been few produced many goals between the two in the last few seasons. If you can remember the one against the first round when the Chelsea came to Wolves and beat them, I say 6-2. Yeah, Madenke Noni scored a hat trick that day. So yeah, this match has produced good amount of goals in the previous seasons. Could they continue Monday? We see. So my prediction for this match would be Chelsea win and over 1.5 goals. I feel Wolverhampton will continue this losing streak. I don't know. They just lost their way. At one point, you feel, yeah, they're back. No, I won't say they're back, but they're going to be a little bit better than before. But now they got back-to-back losses. They still play better football than they were before, but yeah, they just lost their way. And I feel Chelsea will just edge it. They're at home. They really need to win if they want to put themselves back in the title race. So I feel Chelsea might win this one, and it will be like at least 2 or 3 goals. I could say 2-1 to the home side. So I say Chelsea will get
So
the 3 points
that's
now in this.
the end of the video now. So that's the prediction for week 22 in the Premier League. So these are the predictions. So I'll go through it. So Newcastle versus Bournemouth will be over 2.5 goals. Manchester United versus Brighton will be over 2.5 goals and both teams to score. Tottenham to score at least a goal and both teams to receive a yellow card. They're facing Everton. West Ham versus Crystal Palace over 2.5 goals and both teams to score. Brentford versus Liverpool will be both teams to score. Fulham double chance. Arsenal versus Aston Villa over 1.5 goals. Nottingham Forest to win. And Manchester City double chance. And finally on Monday night, Chelsea win and over 1.5 goals. They're facing Wolverhampton that day. So these are the predictions for week 22. So take a look. All right, so those are the predictions now. So I'll move on to my 3 best bets for the week 22. So I've chosen Newcastle versus Bournemouth over 2.5 goals. I do see a good amount of goals in this match. Both teams are currently on form, especially Newcastle. They're very good at home. Bournemouth are very good away, be neck and neck, and I do see more than 2.5 goals in that match. West Ham versus Crystal Palace over 2.5 goals, and both teams to score. I do see both teams scoring more goals, and I do see both teams scoring against each other. Crystal Palace are very deadly away from home than they are at home. West Ham and with a new manager, a new team, and I see they will have to say in this match. And finally, Nottingham Forest to win. They're playing Southampton, who are the worst team. I currently dead last, and I see Nottingham Forest picking up the 3 points down on Sunday. So these are the 3 best bets for week 22 in the Premier League. So I was successful for the 3 best bets on week 21. Let's hope that will continue for week 22. I was just missed out by one. So let's hope we get 10 out of 10. It was 9 out of 10 the last round. So let's hope we be 10 out of 10. So fingers crossed. But anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you for liking the videos and supporting the channel. Continue liking the channels, help the channel grow. Subscribe to the channel as well if you would be most appreciated. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.